Hey YouTube, this is Chris from UniXGaming, and I am here for another patch day. I think right before we get into the normal stuff, just want to let you know, we did reach 150 subscribers, meaning that 2 out of the 4 tiers are of my prizing for my subscriber giveaway are going to be shipped out. If you want to know more about the subscriber giveaway, with plenty of Epic 7 merch, pins, stickers, posters, bags, t-shirts, please hit up the video. It'll be in the description. Follow the instructions for a chance to win Epic 7 merch, which is harder to come by than you may think. Past that, I just want to thank everybody for the support. Right before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, let's do our normal daily summon. And I will start the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. The streak continues. The streak continues. But I mean, I kind of already knew that. Like, I pulled like 4 Mega Digimon last night in Digimon Re-Arise. Like, back-to-back multis, and I already knew my luck was about to be some trash. So, with that being said, let's get into these. There's actually a fair amount of news to cover today when it comes to patch notes. So, this came out late. I woke up at 6 in the morning just for this not to be up. I'm kind of upset. So, that is actually not the one that I came here to do. Well, first, let's just go over this real quick. There was the patch system, which we announced in our previous developer notes, Epic Birthday in August, has been postponed. So now it was supposed to be, you know, the 17th, supposed to get the pets today or tomorrow, but now the pets are going to be on the 31st. Pet system stability and additional convenience improvements. So we're gonna get new pets or pets and on the 31st. So we got 2 weeks for that. Now going to actual game maintenance. Get ready. So, the Hall of Trials will no longer be in its trial phase. It's going to officially open, and the newest boss, Archdemon Mercedes, will come along with exclusive equipment for new heroes. And then also, we're getting Episode 2, Chapter 5-1, North Fortress City, Perlin will open, along with the introduction of 5 new 3-star heroes. It's been a while since we've got 3-star heroes that have been different, so excited for that. We've got a pretty filler banner. Says is about to come back. And, yeah, so they gave us a easy skip, an actual easy skip. And then we have, you know, other convenience changes with this update along with a preview for our next side story. So, let's dive into this. See this character right here, Episode 2, Chapter 5-1, North Fortress City, Perlin. So it's about to open, and you have to clear 4-10 Emerald Garden in Sidonia. You can see part of the map right here. The AP exchange has, of course, like the other ones, just quests, but we're getting another Breath of Orbis, Ancient Shadron Warrior's Armor, as well as the Flame of Souls. And speaking of Flame of Souls, make sure that since the Vildred quest line is around, like side stories around front of the week, make sure you farm those. You guys, if you don't know already, the Blazing Soul and the Ultra Fangs, those are needed for so many good DPS units. So you just want to pick those up. But yeah, we got the chest piece for the attack set. We got a Flame of Soul. We got the Ancient Sheath. Pretty cool. Leather Sheath, and then Archer's Vision as well. So that's pretty neat. Now, looking at these 5-star heroes, we got a little bit to go over. They're all from Sidonia. We'll all be adding some new lore. They'll be in Covenant summons. But so there's going to be 3 of them in Covenant summons, and then 2 of them that are new Moonlights. So, just in case you don't want to get bugged when you see that new Hero Journal achievement pop up in your Moonlights, know that they may actually just be. Actually, the Sparkle should tell you that regardless. So, let's keep going. So, we've got this man, okay? Ains. Let me just actually scroll down real quick, scroll up real quick. Yeah, this is cool. So, we got Ains. A fighter known amongst the criminal underground as the Akin Outlaw, Ains has committed a lot of crimes with simple and bravado-driven personality. He is once He once had a strong reputation for taking care of the people around him, but after escaping prison, he became incredibly selfish. Sorry. Sometimes reading is hard right after waking up. I really gotta drink some coffee or something, take a Red Bull. But he's a 3-star, he's an Earth, he's a Warrior, and he's a Libra. His first move, Gazelle Punch. Punches an enemy with a 50% chance to use Satisfying Strike instead of Gazelle Punch. Satisfying Strike, a successful attack, always results in a critical hit. So he has a 50% chance just to crit. It seems like. Okay. Gash, when attacked, has a 40% chance to counterattack. And then that means that counterattack is like a 50% chance to crit without any other sort of stat than it looks like. And then you have his Ram, punches the enemy with an 85% chance to stun for 1 turn, max 100% with Mologoras. And then once you awaken it, he stuns for 2 turns. So that's actually pretty neat. It's pretty neat. More cute stuff to do with 3 stars. Next one, Lena. Daughter of a family of sorcerers from Witch Haven, the wandering fighter Hatan taught her martial arts and of the outside world as he passed through the city. After he left, she lost interest in magic and worked on her fighting skills alone. Unsatisfied, she eventually left Witch Haven as well to find Hatan and become his disciple. She's an ice 3-star warrior in the Libra. Attacks with her first move, You're Soft. Attacks with a strong fist, increasing caster's combat readiness by 20%. We've seen moves like those with people like Vivian. Power Strike increases critical hit chance by 30%, max 50. So she's going to be interesting to build because if you do build her, and I'm sure a character like this who's looking to become stronger and find her master will probably have a special change in the future. But a character like this only has to get up to 50% critical strike chance, meaning that you can put a lot more stat weight in like attack and critical damage and speed. There's a lot of cool things with that. Now her next one, Exposed. Attacks all enemies with a powerful storm, decreasing combat readiness by 20% before increasing attack of the caster for 2 turns. Damage dealt increases proportional to the enemy's lost health. It's got that Punisher effect, you know, the further along they are, the more damage this does. And when an enemy is defeated with the skill, cooldown does not occur once it's awakened. So a really big Punisher effect. She's a cleanup. You can easily see her in groups where you cleave and you just need that cleanup, and then she can potentially just keep going. Next, Hatan, a descendant of Suin, taken as slaves by settlers in Britannia. He was able to earn his freedom at a young age thanks to the sacrifices of his family, but had to become a street fighter in the criminal underground to survive. Just to begin opening up to others and finding inner peace, he lost all of his friends after his disciple Batiste went on a rampage. Now he seeks revenge. Fire, Thief, Leo, 3-star. Smashes an enemy with a knee smash. Smashes an enemy with a knee with a 50% chance, max 80% of decreasing hit chance for 1 turn. Damage dealt increased proportional to caster's speed. Then you've got Unbeatable Will. Wind Pressure. Attacks the enemy with Wind Pressure. Activates Wind Pressure again when the enemy is defeated. Damage dealt increased proportional to speed. So it's a lot like Vivian's S2. Interesting. So it can potentially clean up as well. Then you've got Unbeatable Will. Releases energy to all allies, increasing attacks for 2 turns. Releases energy to all allies, for 2 turns, before increasing speed of the caster for 2 turns. So it actually would buff him to do more damage. Pretty interesting. Now, moving on, we got Eton, a mysterious golem who stops people from entering certain areas. His muddled memories means he doesn't know what he is protecting or why. Recently, he's begun to question whether or not he was ever really human, or if he's simply a golem with memories of a human. Every time he encounters humans, he approaches them out of pure curiosity, but often ends up fighting them due to a rumor that was spread in the past. He is a light knight, Cancer. Moves, come here, strongly knees the enemy, with a 75% chance to provoke for 1 turn. Damage dealt increases proportional to caster's max health. That's cool and all. I just don't like that they reuse this little icon 3 times within the past like 4 heroes. That's not ballin'. I Protect is a passive. Receives 30% of damage taken by an ally in their place. Only the highest damage distribution effect will be applied. Increases max health by 10%. So, what this means is, if you don't have a C Armin for that anti-cleave, you may want to pick this guy up. That's pretty neat. Especially if we can see his base stats for like health and whatnot, that's actually pretty neat. Maybe he'll get a specialty change because they mentioned memories being lost, and that sounds like a special change to me. But that's very interesting. I'm wondering if he could be a reworked kind of Crimson Armin for that effect at least. And then you've got I'm Tough. Releases strong energy, dispelling all buffs inflicted on the caster before granting a barrier for 2 turns. Barrier strength increases proportional to the caster's max health. And then he gets immunity for 2 turns after awakening. That's okay and all, but he doesn't give it to others, and his taunt isn't 100%. So that's kind of weird, but you know what? I'm not gonna dig it. Or I'm not gonna. I don't know. Need to see him in action. Now, the last one. Batiste gained incredible power after using his teacher Hatan and other companions to obtain the fighter's mask. Intoxicated by that power, he murdered them all except for Hatan and disappeared. As time passed, the power of the mask gave him grew stronger, but in return, his sense of self is becoming increasingly blurred. Dark Warrior Taurus. Brawl. Hits the enemy in the face. That's just it. Just ignore the rest of it. Just hits the enemy in the face. When used against an enemy inflicted with decreased attack, activates Rock Smash. Rock Smash attacks all enemies. Neat. At the start of the turn, his other thing, Justified Provoke, has an 85% chance to decrease attack of an enemy with the highest combat readiness for 2 turns. That is actually not bad at all. That's actually really cool. If you build him speedy enough, he may be able to actually do things like, you know, stop your team from getting absolutely glued. But I don't know if that will require more setup, maybe some speed imprints, maybe an Oxalot's boost. But that's actually pretty neat. I like that. Then his last move, Certain Victory. Attacks the enemy with blindingly fast speed. When used against an enemy with decreased attack, decreases defense for 1 turn. And then after awakening, it increases that to 2 turns. So that's pretty cool. Now, Hall of Trials official opening. We're getting the official opening. I talked about that before, so that's pretty cool. We're getting Archdemon Mercedes for the first week. And now, there's going to be a couple of new things. So after the official opening of the Hall of Trials, players can earn an additional 2 Wisdom's Gaze if they clear the boss fight. Neato. And then you can see the grades here and the points needed. See all that, a little breakdown for it. So things that Archdemon Mercedes has and disadvantage from October 21st. Ranger heroes are granted increases in attack 30%, defense 20%, and max HP 20%. So, I mean, you've got some options here. I mean, we have a bunch of good Rangers in the game nowadays. I mean, Seaside Bologna will always be good. Iseria will always be good. So we got some pretty cool stuff. You just need to, like, show up on the DPS. Increases damage suffered by boss monsters inflicted with decreased speed. So, this actually may be a Silk job. I need to think about Wanderer Silk, see if she decreases speed, but there's going to be some good things we can definitely use. So that's pretty cool. And since she's dark and Wander Silk can do some damage, maybe Matt will finally be happy about this one. Shoutouts to Matt. New exclusive equipment added. So, we were talking about this before, and my predictions were way off. I guess I was just trying to, like, be more broken for their stats. But, anywho. Blaze Dingo. Hellfire defense. So he gains 7% to 14% defense, which is kind of weird to me because it's not like his health got up too high. Like, the dude's just squishy. If he gets destroyed, he gets destroyed. But it is what it is. Punishment. The moves for his stuff, you know, when a critical hit is made with punishment, dispels 1 debuff inflicted on the caster and the ally with the lowest health. Okay. So he can self-cleanse, and he can cleanse the dude with the lowest health. But since it's not somebody you can choose, it kind of sucks because the lowest health could not be the dude that you need to cleanse the most. It's a little bit of RNG. And at least the critical hit's going to happen because you know you're building him for crit. Divine Punishment. It increases the defense of the caster for 2 turns when using Divine Punishment. Now, this one in conjunction with the stats I like more because it's going to make him way more tanky. And Divine Punishment can happen way more times, so you can keep a fair amount of defense on him, and that's going to be good. Sacred Power. Grants the caster increased attack greater for 2 turns when using Sacred Power. That's cool. That's cool. The move doesn't happen enough for I feel like that to be like the greatest. I mean, like, if it granted the other person greater power, then Ludwig would scream in joy. But I mean, overall, I think I like the second one best just because of I like the second one best just because of the defense. But actually, you know what? To be backing up, the first one's gonna happen literally almost every turn, so he's just gonna be a cleanse machine. And to be completely fair, one of the things that Dingo was sorely missing was cleanse. So I guess actually, if I take that back, punishment is probably the one that's about to go in. That's probably the one that I'll use the most. I'll try to go for it. I've got some wisdom saved up. I'll just shoot for it. Moving on to Charles, who didn't actually need any sort of things, but he's gonna get 7 to 14% attack because he needed that. Slash increases the chance of activating smash by 10% when using slash. Again, we didn't need that. It happens enough. This dude will counter to slash to smash. No. Another one for slash. Chance of decreasing attack increased by 15% when damage dealt increases, and damage dealt increases by 10% using slash. He's way more utility that way. He hits harder, and he's going to decrease attack at a higher percentage. Faithful Strike dispels all debuffs inflicted on the caster when using Faithful Strike. I want to know when that happens, because if it's before, that's crazy. Dude can't even be held back by Dizzy. He just uses his S3 and he goes, nah. If it's afterwards, then it's a cleanse, but it's more like a Lilibet, or not, wow, Lilia's cleanse, which is fine too. Moving down to Tywin, he's going to gain more health, which I don't necessarily thought he thought he needed. I kind of felt like speed was the move. It is what it is. Beautiful silver sword, yeah, blah, blah. So Hysteria is going to happen. Sword Storm dispels one more debuff when using Sword Storm. That's actually kind of hot. That's actually really, really hot. It spells one more buff, so he can be a massive stripper. Sword Storm decreases cooldown of all out attack by 1 when a buff is dispelled by Sword Storm. That is actually massive, and that will be kind of comp specific, but when that actually goes off, that will be stupid good. Commanding Shout increases combat readiness of the caster by 20% when using Commanding Shout. More turns equals more strips equals more ults eventually, but I think the first two are definitely better. So yeah, and then Yunas will be in there to build as well, just in case. So moving past this, you got Hall of Trials text improvements, just a bunch of stuff to make sure that we can read it better. Drop rate up skippable. And then with Cerelia, I almost don't care because I don't have her. Hopefully they re-release her for October because I would really like to complete that in the book. But yep, so things that we're changing. Her first move, Seduction. Attacks the Flame of Seduction increases combat readiness by 7%. Now, it has a 35% chance to increase defense by 2 turns. So she's a defense breaker now, which is monstrous. That's great. Now we had before, Flame Kiss. Swallows the enemy in a flame of Chatty, a magic lantern with 60% chance to inflict 2 burn effects for 2 turns. Now, it's an 85% chance. Yep. Yep, that's true. Oh, okay. Hey. Cat wanted to say hi. Just jumped up. So, next. That's actually pretty cool. And since they're buffing her, I feel like we have to get her again as a rerun for Halloween. There's no way with this buff. Now moving over, 4-star hero Purgus' skill Get Lost was not improved after the skill enhance. So yeah, there's just these changes happening right there. And then we're gonna get the previous rotation of exclusive equipments to be in the store. That's awesome. And then we've just got a couple of things right here, just some patch fixes. The word bonus will be removed. Pinch of Skystone, okay. Other convenience changes. Automaton Tower second distribution notice. That's neat. Okay. So, side story 6. Shadow of Ravenwing Manor preview. So you can see Cerelia is right there. So, yeah, there we go. There we go. I will not have to have that hole in my binder forever, my book. Now next, there is an info again. Let's see, Thursday info. So, yep, scheduled from the 17th at 5 a.m. to 8:30 UTC. Just so you guys know, Thursday UTC, Thursday 5 o'clock UTC. Let me look this up just so you guys understand. Just so I understand, because I miscalculated before. Thursday 5 o'clock UTC. So, that would be Thursday, 5 o'clock UTC, Eastern Daylight Time. That'll be, let's see, 1 a.m.? Yeah. So it'll be 1 a.m. for us. And so it'll go from 1 a.m. over to, let's say, 3 hours, 4:30 a.m. for us. So when we wake up on Thursday, unless you woke up extremely early, should be pretty cool for us to be able to get in there and do things the moment Thursday starts. So that's tight. That's tight. That being said, that would be all the information today. I was a little bit longer video with all the heroes, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for dropping by. Remember, we got the contest still going down. That'll be down below. Got the Discord starting to grow a little bit. That'll be down below. And if you like Digimon Arise or Re-Rise, I stream that on Twitch. So check out my Twitch down below. And other than that, I hope you guys have an excellent day. Enjoy Epic 7, and I'll see you guys next time you decide to join Universe X. Later.